Those of you that are returning, those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I am going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody's had a good day. Please know that my readings are timeless, which means that whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you. Okay. So please watch all of the, well, I will just say, I suggest that you watch all of the readings on this platform and my other platform. I do have another platform called ASTRAEA Love, ASTRAEA LOVE, and that's 2 words. And on that platform, if you have personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question. On this platform, I do have PayPal and Cash App links in the description box below. But we are working towards getting to 1,000 subscribers. And once we are there, then I'll be able to accept super chats. Okay. So please like the video, you guys. Please subscribe to the platform. Please share this content. Tell other people about it. Share the good word. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Thank you for posting and reposting. Thank you guys for your donations and your love in advance. And everything. I love you guys so much. And I'm so glad that you spend your time with me. I'm really, really grateful for that. So, we're going to just jump right in and start on calling upon the Most High God, our higher selves, Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters, and we're asking that they can be with us now. We're also calling upon our spiritual team of highest light and resonance and asking that they can be with us now. And we're just asking that they please block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, the highest knowledge, and the highest truth for me and my collective to be revealed so that we can get the bigger picture and heal and move forward. Okay. And I just want to say thank you, spiritual team, spiritual realm. Thank you. I love you. All glory, honor, worship, and praise goes to my higher self, God, the Holy Spirit, all of that, all the divine realm for everything that I do. Amen. And thank you for prospering this platform. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and thank you for supporting us. Thank you, divine. Okay, so by watching my readings, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being challenged. Where is that coming from? Being challenged. I almost said it again. Being channeled. Damn. Challenged. What the fuck? Okay, whatever belief I have, I'm just going to do the mind technique really quick. It's like I always will find one belief and then there's like 150 other beliefs attached to that. Okay. All right, that should do a lot of difference there. The hell. So anyways, but yeah, if I talk about anything in the realms of health, follow up with a doctor if you feel like it resonates. And again, watch each of the readings. Each reading is going to hold an Easter egg of personal knowledge for you and your spiritual journey, and it's going to help you advance like greatly. So, yeah, if I talk about anything in the realm of legal, just follow up with a lawyer. Okay, I'm doing a collective reading for everybody, but if you have a personal question, you can send me a $20 PayPal or $20 Cash App, and the links to that's in the description box below, and I'll pause the collective reading and I'll answer your question. So, yeah, no bullying me, no bullying anybody in the chat, no bullying anybody in the comments. You'll get removed from the platform and all of that. And yeah. And I'm not even gonna get triggered about it. Just it's nobody's job to religious. There are so many religious channels that people can go to. This is like a platform where everybody gets to be themselves and every type of person is accepted because we're all people and none of us are perfect. Okay. And so there is no judgment here. I'm not a judgmental person and I don't want to be judged, and do not judge everybody else. Like if you feel a religious way, go take it up with God. Okay. Because I'm not somebody that just, condemns people to die and shit like that. Like that. I don't feel like that's my place in life, but whatever. The people that want to do that, those are the people that will be judged literally because they won't stop judging other people. So just don't do it. I'll block you and I will report you to everything in the divine realm. And you do not want that to happen. So the scope of you, God. This book is called The Truth of God by Michael Steadman. I'm going to be talking about 2 books before we start getting into the reading. And this is when people are like, how do you do what you do? The techniques in this book is how I do what I do. You just saw me use the joy versus anger technique and the mind technique to get rid of the beliefs that were blocking me right then. You literally just saw me use 2 of the techniques. But yeah, this book talks about how everyone's higher self is God. And it's so easy to read, you guys. I suggest that you get yourself a copy. The link to it's in the description box below. But you are God having this experience, not an extension or a part of. You are God, not existing in the fullness, but God no less. And it talks about that in the Bible, like it really does. It says that, you know, we're made in the image of God. That's like being the microcosm of God's energy. So this book has so many different techniques in it, you guys. That is so awesome. It teaches you how to control the mind, how to meditate. Yeah, prayer, cleansing the emotions, tools to creating a positive reality. This is like the best book ever. It really is. And so before, I always felt as a child trapped in the psychic realm. Trapped in the ego. I was in religion and it wasn't doing anything for me. It wasn't working at all if it was doing anything. And so I really needed this information, but I didn't have it when I was younger, and it's okay. I still had my abilities, but I didn't have a solid connection to my higher self, God. And so with gaining the connection, now I've been able to get unstuck from being in the psychic realm and feeling like things are just happening to me, and spiritual things and experiences and having communications that are frightening for me and I didn't understand it. Now I can laugh at anything. Like even when I experience the higher level demonic forces that are like higher dimensional beings, I fucking laugh at that shit. Like it can't do anything to me because I have developed my own connection with God to where I can rise above whatever the hell is going on. And that's what helped me get unstuck from being stuck in my ego, which is like a way of looking at things and a way of thinking that has to do with from the time that you could start remembering to like now. And so anyways, that was my experience. But when I first started doing the God technique, it was like my consciousness was down here and I was going way up here, looking out through the eyes of source, seeing things through the lens of unconditional love. It was just like a freaking huge jump. Now that gap of consciousness gets less and less and less and less. So just be aware that it's like integrating your higher self. The second technique is the joy versus anger technique. That's the one that everybody has clairsentience, which is clear feeling. That's like a gut feeling. Okay. But people don't really develop that it's an ability. It's a psychic ability. And it's an intuitive ability. They don't really develop that. So the joy versus anger techniques develops that clairsentience, okay? And so you can use the joy versus anger technique to ask yes and no questions with your higher self, God, so that you can start being divinely led. My life before I was able to ask yes and no questions was chaotic, okay? I would run into situations that I didn't like, have crazy experiences that I did not like. Now I ask, should I buy this? Should I go here? Should I do this? And then I also use a 1 to 10 system, 1 being the lowest compatible, 10 being the best compatible. And I'm, unless I forget to ask like a question about what I should do, unless I forget to ask, things don't really go bad for me unless I forget to ask. Or if I ask the wrong question. So that's why I use the 1 to 10 compatibility as well. And then I don't go against the information that I receive, because there's been times where concerts like a 3 for me, and I end up going and standing in the fucking rain for hours with like out a poncho or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason that it was a 3 out of 10. It had nothing to do with the band or whatever I was going to see. It had to do with what the freaking weather was going to do, and being stuck in a field of grass, sitting on a wet ass blanket that soaked up all the rain, being rained on, and feeling cold and the wind and all that crap. Anyways, you get where I'm going with this. It's just like uncomfortable, but I don't regret going to it, but you know, had I asked a different question, like about the weather, I would have packed a poncho, but we had the ponchos, but we just didn't pack them because, you know, we didn't ask that question. Anyways, so that's the joy versus anger technique. The mind technique gives you the ability to start using the mind like the tool that it is so that you can start getting rid of the emotional and mental baggage that keeps creating certain experiences. Whatever you believe will happen. Okay. So like getting in control of your beliefs and controlling your mind and just like questioning the beliefs that don't serve you, that is going to do the greatest good for you. It really is. It'll give the reality ability to shift. And you don't have to believe the sun's going to come up tomorrow for it to come up. The positive will always be there. Beliefs are, you know, they're binding things. They shackle you to a certain perspective. And then it doesn't allow you to see things accurately. And then you'll experience the things that you believe. Okay. And we have two different ways of believing: through feeling something that we believe because we feel a certain way. And then there's things that we believe because we've been told something. Like that's a mental thing. So there's two different types of beliefs. But the mind technique gives you the ability to use the joy versus anger technique to be asking yourself about these beliefs, whether they serve you or not. And when they don't, the mind will be able to release that. And so you guys get this book. The link to it's in the description box below. It's called The Truth of God by Michael Steadman. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook. The second book I'm going to talk about is called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, and this is the book that I've written. It's an awesome book, you guys. It's a book that works with the original. If you want to learn to read cards for yourself and for others, this is the book that I wish I would have had and been able to have access to this information when I first started reading. But I didn't have access to that. This is like a compendium of my knowledge of since I've been reading since 2012. I mean, I was always reading everything before that, but professionally since 2012. And so it starts out. So basically all you need is the original Rider-Waite deck to get started. It's RYDERWAITE. And I would go ahead and get the deck that has this description on the card. That way, when you are learning how to read the cards, you can have the words right there. You don't have to go to a separate book and like open it up and be like chaotically trying to find it. Okay. And so the major arcana cards are the major transition cards. So I start this book off with a 14 zodiac tarot card spread that you can do that gives you information about your destiny. You'll pull one card for your south node, which is like where you start out with your ego. You'll pull one card for your north node for each of the zodiac positions, and that will show you where you're at in that astrological house in that position. And then you'll be able to figure out more information on what direction to go towards and what things to work on to get into your alignment for your assignment and to be in your destiny. And then the spell that goes along with that is to step into your own destiny. And it's just a manifestation technique that you do with God and the Holy Spirit. And so I've called it a spell because, you know, but it's like literally a very simple little ritual that you can do. And for every of the major arcana cards, I designed these little, like you could call it a ritual because you say like a prayer and affirmation, and you maybe, you know, you do something. Like one teaches you how to make holy water. So anyways, another one, you draw yourself as the person that you want to be, as the emperor. You draw yourself like sitting on a throne. And I have even decoded the different colors and what that means when you're coloring it in. That red is power, divine masculinity. Blue is clearing, cleansing, protective energy. Yellow is inspirational energy, divine motivation. Orange is relationships with self and others. Green is healing, prosperity, and growth. And purple is like regal energies. So I'm going to read from one of the tarot card spreads. I'm going to read from the Hierophant. No, actually, I don't want to read from the Hierophant. Which one do I want to read from? I think I did the Lovers on the last channel. I'm going to do the Lovers again because it's Valentine's Day. So the Lovers is number 6. Answer is yes. Yes. Zodiac sign. Each tarot card has its own zodiac sign. It has its own number and it has its own answer. Okay. Just let y'all know that. The lovers are, so Gemini is the zodiac associated with the lovers. The lovers are a representation of a twin flame soul partnership and soul contract. The lovers can inspire new love and the beginning of a new romance. The lovers represent two beautiful souls coming into divine union. This card represents good times, close friendships, physical beauty, attractiveness, and compatibility with love life relationships or partnerships. The lovers can represent temptation, sexuality, lust, and love coming into your life. So you'll pull one card for each position. And since I read these other positions in the last reading, I'm going to read position 6, the mountain rock / rock. So everything that you see on the lover's card, there is going to be a card position for that. So it basically helps you integrate the energies of the major arcana, and it helps you to understand as well what the archetypal energies of the major arcana are. So this card position will show to you what obstacle is in the way of your divine love soul contract. What is blocking you or delaying you and your love life from moving towards committed relationships? Sometimes love creates obstacles that you are not aware of until it's too late. This obstacle could be another person, a place, or a situation that is blocking you from being with the one that you love. If you are with the one that you love but need further information on whether this person is the one or the right one, then be sure to check the answer for the card for this position, like yes or no. Okay. If you pull the lovers in this position, you will see that no matter the obstacle, love is still on your side. This could predict a new love or a love that is rekindled between two people. If you pull the lovers card in the reverse for this position, you may want to get in touch with a divorce lawyer because things will not be looking good for you in relation to your love life. If you pull the strength card for this position, it could indicate that you will climb the mountain and that you will be stable and strong as the rock. And then I'm going to read, I think that's all I'm going to read from that. But yeah, so there's more card positions, but then the Lover's Tarot card spell is to draw love into one's life. Okay. I invoke, draw in, and evoke, draw out the higher energies of the cherubim of love into my divine soul love contract. I ask that the cherubim of love bless me and my divine partner. I call on the highest love and the light of source God, goddess, creator, being, my highest self to engage lovingly with me and my twin flame, divine union, ascension plan, or soulmate love contract. I choose to align with my highest truth and purpose and to fulfill the intentions for a loving union that the divine has for me. And then you'll do this like little ritual. Thank you, angel of love, for manifesting my request. Okay. The chariot tarot card spells to remove obstacles. The strength is to become stronger. So these are not spells you do on anybody else. They help you integrate the energy of the major arcana cards. And throughout your life as a human, you will go through every single one of these cards being in the position of every single one of these cards. So that's why I selected to write the book on the major arcana cards. If you guys end up really loving this book, let me know. Leave me a good review on Google or whatever it is. And then I'll think about writing it for the minor arcana cards, which would be a much longer book. But so anyway, so in the back of the book, I have a compendium of knowledge that basically, I'm going to read from the lovers, of what it could mean, what I've been able to interpret what it could mean when two cards come out, or two or three even of the major arcana cards come out next to each other. So I'm going to read from the lovers. Where are you? Okay. So the Lover's Tarot card is a positive card to pull, but when it is in the reverse, it warns one that a bad choice in love life has been made. When the Lovers is in the upright, you can expect the coming together of two individuals who are divinely connected to one another, such as a soulmate, twin flame, or a karmic relationship or partnership. If the Lovers comes out before the Star Tarot card, you can expect to have a relationship that is in the public view. Get ready for paparazzi because a famous love life is coming your way. If you pull the Lovers with the Emperor, it means that the masculine energy coming in is a CEO, boss daddy, wealthy, intelligent, mature, bold, courageous, and kind. If you pull the Lovers and then pull the Nine of Swords or the Ten of Swords, it would be a big warning that the person that you're having a partnership with is going to cause you great grief, and karma. If you pull the Lovers and then the Nine of Wands, it can mean that you are scared because of a past partnership that didn't work out. If the Nine of Wands comes out before the Lovers, it could indicate that the partner that you are with could end up emotionally scarring you in the future. If you pull the Lovers and the Two of Swords together, it could mean that you are healing from a heartbreak or that you have a heart wall up. Heart walls are put up almost as a reaction to a traumatic event. In our minds and hearts, we say, whoa, that really hurts. I don't think that I want to go through that experience again. I am keeping that out. Then a wall is created, and that wall only will allow in the lower experiences that are on the lower compatibility spectrum. With a wall up, the good experiences cannot get through to you. This is why it is very important to be aware if you are blocking yourself in your love life, because a heart wall, that is exactly how you block that. All right, and it keeps going on and on, you guys, but check this book out. You guys, link to it's in the description box below. It's called The Saga Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. All you need to get started to learn to read cards for yourself and for others is the original Rider-Waite deck, Ryderwaite, and I would go ahead and invest and get the deck that's got the words on them. So the links to those two books are in the description box below. All right, so we're going to be doing an actual tarot card spread today. This tarot card spread came with this deck, the Twin Flame Ascension deck. And so it says, just to show you what we're going to be doing, this is what we're doing. It says, the Take Me Home Pathway. Okay, so 11 steps to finding true love. Interesting. Step 1 is surrender. So that'll be the first position. So I'm going to use two different decks, and we're going to just compare the information and see what it's going to tell us. I'm going to be using the Twin Flame Ascended Tarot deck, and then this one, the Twin Flame Ascension. Okay, so step 1 is surrender. So this could be talking about something that needs to be surrendered. I'm also getting that, yeah, sometimes for love relationships to work out, you have to surrender an old way of thinking, an old way of living, or just a toxic habit. And everybody has some type of toxic habit, or they've overcome them. You know what I'm saying? So again, we're not putting any judgment with that. So there may be something that you need to surrender to have a partnership. It could be, what I see a lot of people suffering from is like them thinking that they have a type. And then that type very much so not only limits their love life experience to having one type of person, but that type is not even accurate. That who they would be better suited with would be somebody that they would never think that they would want to be with. And that's almost verbatim for everybody. You know, Cardi B is going through that. She has a type, so she keeps drawing in the same traits in another person. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. You know, you can go down a more difficult path if you want to. You can swim upstream if you want to. Like, that's okay. There's no right or wrong. It's just that some paths, some decisions, some viewpoints, they're going to take you, I would say beliefs, they're going to take you, you know, you're still going to end up at your destined spot. The thing is that they'll just take you a lot longer to go down some directions than as if you would, you know, go within and not keep trying to date the same type of person. If you realize that you have problems with a certain type of person, like if you like bad boys or bad girls, but you have problems with that, that is a freaking sign that that is not your type. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just something you have to be aware of. Don't limit what you could be attracted to just being so narrow. I would like literally open that up. And I am more of like somebody that would fall in love with somebody's spirit rather than, you know, what their body is. But that's just the way that I feel about love. If I love somebody, I love their soul. Okay, so I'm just getting these cards a shake because I didn't know, or a shake down. I'm shaking them down. I'm shuffling them because I want to make sure that they were shuffled. Sometimes I forget to do that with my decks. Okay, so we're going to see, cutting the deck, step 1, surrender. What needs to be surrendered? Nine of Cups. I feel like you just need to surrender your doubt. This is your wishes getting fulfilled, contentment and pleasure. So I actually really like that energy. False twin flame. Holy shit. I've never seen this actual card before. False twin flame. Wow. Intense change. Maybe you guys were being about to be deceived. Ooh, with a false twin flame. Yikes. Okay. I feel like you guys figured it out, that this person was not for your highest and best good because of the way that they behave. This book, they should have really put it in alphabetical order. What the hell were they thinking? Some books I'm like, yo, make it easier. Oh, the number on this is 222, so it's like a lot about taking steps. There it is, in the back of the book. Okay, so we're going to read about the false twin flame. Intense chains. It says, the lessons you learn from a false twin flame experience can closely mimic a karmic relationship. However, a false twin flame connection is much deeper, and it will generally come into your life quickly to blindside you like a freight train, because the purpose is to create intense change in your life. The purpose of these relationships is to produce an accelerated awakening process. Most often, a false twin flame appears after your true twin flame has come into the physical reality. That's what I've experienced. Generally, this type of encounter occurs with the twin flame that is the so-called runner. Okay. These connections are very deep and involve an intense physical romantic connection, which is necessary to clear any remainder of ego related to chemical love patterns. This card implies that you have attracted someone into your life who represents the deepest, darkest sides of yourself. Damn, you guys, that you have not been willing to acknowledge until now. That's basically the shadow. They have shown up to help you release feelings of despair and not feeling good enough. If you're not feeling good enough, that is a delusion. So you can take your power back. This is to help you take your power back and align with true love within. By doing that, you'll be able, well, I feel like you guys are going to figure out who this false flame is anyways, but okay, interesting. That was one. And then wish fulfillment. I feel like you figuring out that who that person is going to be part of your wish fulfillment. Step 2 is spiritual awakening. The Lovers. Are you freaking serious? Twin flame, balance, spiritual love, spiritual awakening. Let's get the likes up, you guys. Please and thank you. Literally, holy cow, the Lovers for spiritual awakening. And we have trust. I love that. So it could take, you know, an element of trust, which is really going to help you when it comes to, after going through the experience of figuring out who the false twin flame is, trusting that the real twin flame is already there, you know, or coming in. That's a big thing. It's also like being patient as well. Things may not, damn it, things may not happen when you want them to, but they will happen when they're meant to. And you'll be much happier with the effect of it happening when it's supposed to, rather than when you wanted it to. Okay, so that was trust. It says, ask, listen, and allow. Okay, you are a bright light with innate intelligence that lies deep within your soul. This card is reminding you to trust the celestial wisdom. Your higher mind is in control of your every heartbeat. Without conscious thought, it orchestrates the waves of your breath that harmonically flow in and out. This card suggests that you will make an intentional effort to trust yourself and your journey. Ask for guidance, listen for solutions, and allow the process to unfold. This will help you let go of fear and stop worrying, waiting, or wondering about your future, which pulls you out of alignment with your heart. Staying in the present moment is important. Lack of trust blocks you from going forward on your divine path. Over time, the more you trust, the more you can release. This is an unfolding process that will help you to attain greater awareness. Making a conscious effort to let your higher intelligence handle your challenges helps you to develop trust and make your journey a more enjoyable experience. Okay, so the Lovers and trust. I like that. All right. The step 3, position 3 says raise your frequency. So interesting. Let's see what that's about. 5 of Swords. You guys. Aggressiveness, disputes, arguments, bullying, stress, conflict, and arguments. Aggression, disputes, bullying, stress, conflict, and arguments. Dang. Okay, so raise your vibration. Obviously, don't engage in that type of behavior. If somebody is being like that towards you, get away from them. Look, harmonize. 9-9, harmonize. This is literally telling you to harmonize yourself with nature and to ground yourself, especially if you're being bullied or somebody's being an aggressive weirdo. And if you're being an aggressive weirdo, stop arguing with people. Let people live their life. Let people be who they are. You don't have to try to force yourself onto fucking everything. Like, people will like you if you're your authentic self, but if your authentic self is a fucking asshole, then you have to understand that people are not going to like that. I don't know who that was for, but they just need to understand that they're causing their own suffering. So the 5 of Swords is about, I don't mean to laugh at that, but like, seriously, some people need to stop thinking that they're better than everybody else. Or like, this person's like, I deserve da-da-da-da. And it's like, they can argue as much as they want, but they're, you know, whoever this fake ass person is, they are not for you. They're not for your highest and best good. Harmonize. What's the number? Oh, it's 9. Okay. And harmonizing is like letting, it says, let your light shine. You are a radiant being. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions are coming into full bloom and are in alignment with your heart. Allow your magnetic presence to shine. Your inner light is attracting the right people, places, and things that will direct your path towards your higher purpose. Be mindful of staying open and not putting up shields to block your hidden potential. This card is a reminder that you need to express yourself and speak your truth. This will lead you towards a life of ease and grace, a secret to discovering personal freedom. Finally, your ego has come into harmonic balance. That's good. That's dope, you guys. I love that. With your heart, your mind coming into balance with your heart, that's beautiful. You trust the process. The trust, that was also talked about. You're trusting the process and no longer take on life by yourself. You have God with you. Why would you think that you need to take everything on alone? Like, don't think like that. You may continue to experience contrast and duality, obviously. But the more that you like use the joy versus anger technique and ask, should I go here and should I go there? And use the 1 versus 10, like 1 being not compatible, 10 being really compatible. Because your higher self knows what you would like to experience, okay? So start being divinely led, you guys. It says that you may continue to experience contrast and duality. Staying in harmonic balance is crucial when experiencing highs and lows. Learn to surf the fine line between surrender and resistance. Don't be afraid to let your light shine. Keep showing up in the areas that you feel guided towards. It will be within this space that you reap the rewards that reflect your greatest potential. Ooh, yeah. I like that. And don't argue with other people. There's no point to. So I'm doing a collective reading. That position was about raising your frequency, and it was talking about not arguing with stupid people, okay, and not allowing people to bully you. So we're gonna see. Position 4 is about transformation. Okay, So this could be something that's in the middle of transforming right now. I get that it could be that you are transforming. Your life is transforming. Your beliefs are transforming. Your perspective. You could be seeing and feeling that life is like much more magical than you could have ever experienced. Does that make sense? Like more magical, more mystical, more beautiful. You're probably seeing things through a new lens. 10 of Cups. I love it. You're transforming into the 10 of Cups. Happiness, family. Yo, that's so good. Family harmony, harmony twice, emotional stability. And then 9-9 with unification. 9-9 and 10, the 10 of Cups. That is freaking awesome. That's what you're transforming. Peace and happiness. Unification. 9-9. Okay, attracting abundance requires that you become one with the self, creating unification of your soul. To achieve this, you have to release old stories and reprogram belief systems. That is absolutely true. Doing so will provide you balance in your thoughts and feelings and allow emotions to align with your actions. This raises your energetic frequency and helps you to shift into an abundant life. Your creative abilities are coming to life as you become the best version of yourself. This card confirms that you're restoring wholeness within. Stay connected to your core values and stand firm in your beliefs. It will help you embody empowerment. Continue to set loving boundaries and respect yourself. There is no need to sacrifice who you are in order to fit in. Find acceptance or even be deeply loved, including by your twin flame. You will align with real love when you learn to just be yourself. Being your true self gives you permission to live the abundant life that you want. You determine your self-worth because you no longer need external validation. When you get your validation from God, you don't need it from any other person. It says that, and people may be upset about that. Who cares? Let them continue to seek validation outside of themselves and never be satiated. You care about what the divine realm thinks of you. It says you determine your self-worth because you no longer need external validation. That's you gaining control over your self-worth. Always choose love over fear. It will keep you feeling lighter in the moment. Yeah, I would always choose love over fear. Since you got a choice to think, you know, what you want to think, choose thoughts that feel good. I feel like you guys are. So position 5 is a breakthrough. This is going to show where you're having a breakthrough. I mean, I like it. I like it. You know, I feel like don't be judgmental of yourself if you were somebody that was arguing, because everybody's gone through personal parts of their life, or like maybe cycles, maybe just, yeah, eras of their life, however you want to look at that, where they've been toxic, you know, had arguments. Like, it's okay. Everything's a learning experience, but you're moving towards peace now. That's the most important thing. So this breakthrough that's happening, 6 of Cups, this could be with children. It could be with nostalgic memories. It could be past sentiment. It could also be you having a breakthrough, maybe remembering something. The path of least resistance, 6 of Cups, looking on the past and being able to be like, yeah, I had a good life. Like, I like that. The path of least resistance, and that's 8-8. Let's see. The path of least resistance. The journey to the heart often causes resistance, so experiencing ease and grace does not happen instantaneously. Fear of the unknown creates conflict and prevents you from taking action. This inner struggle will continue until you choose to face your fears. Only then will your life move forward smoothly. This card is reminding you not to worry about your choices. Instead, choose to move in the direction that provides peace and power in the present moment. You may not always understand the reason for the direction you are being guided to take, but if you allow your inner light to illuminate your path, you will soon see and experience the beauty of where you are headed. Regardless, there is no right or wrong path. And I do talk about that, how like you'll still get to your destiny no matter what path you take, but sometimes like if you take a path that's not for your highest and best good, it's going to take you much longer to get there. So yeah, it says, regardless, there's no right or wrong path. You will be guided towards the path that assists your soul's maturation to attain higher wisdom. Making decisions from your heart helps minimize future resistance when faced with challenging situations. The more you align with your inner stillness, the greater your ability to take intentional action will lead you towards the life that you truly deserve. And that's where you're having a breakthrough, is the path of least resistance. You're not swimming against the stream right now. Position 6 is integration. So this is going to show something that's integrating. Okay, like it could be like your higher self. High Priestess, yo, your hidden, wow, hidden knowledge, intuition, and mysterious. That's what's integrating. That's dope, you guys. This is like awesome, freaking awesome. Transformation. Your ability to transform right now is like freaking awesome. I really like this. There was a battle between head and heart, and it could have just been you not listening to your intuition. But yeah, transformation. Wow. And with the High Priestess, that's like you using your abilities. And I would definitely be using it when it comes to dating somebody. Holy shit. Seriously. Pay attention to what your gifts tell you. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please and thank you. Oh, thank you, you guys. I'm glad that you like the background. So yeah, it says battle of head versus heart. Pay attention because miracles are unfolding and transformation is occurring even if you don't see it yet. Soon your reality will match your internal desires. Rid yourself of doubts and avoid logical reasoning. Sometimes the logical thing is not the best. Even if something says logically that you can trust it, if your High Priestess ability tells you otherwise, then just don't go against your intuition. It says that yeah, rid yourself of doubts and avoid logical reasoning, which can create an inner battle within your head and your heart. If you allow your heart to lead, it will always direct you towards your highest good. This card indicates that you are at a make it or break it point, causing you to resist change and avoid taking necessary actions. However, facing your fears will lead to tremendous transformation. Remember, the obstacles are only teachers. Stay focused on the higher perspective and steer away from making fear-based decisions. Tune into your inner voice and listen to your heart. Experiencing emotional highs and lows is normal, but don't be rash in taking actions. Take time to review your circumstances in your heart instead of reacting from your head. If you are being guided to end a relationship, change careers, move, or just forgive your past and yourself, follow the direction of your heart. It will always lead you towards your destiny. Yes, following your intuition. Okay, so that was what you're integrating. Step 7 is rebirth. I'm gonna have to move this over. Okay, so step 7 is rebirth. So what is in the energy of rebirth right now? I'm like seeing the energy of the sun. 4 of Wands. Wow, you guys. Home and reunion, stability and belongings and celebrations. That's what's having a rebirth. You're healing with your family. 6-6, clearing karma. Yes, you guys, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So that's what's rebirthing. Yeah, clearing karma. You could be clearing like generational curses is one thing that I get. You could be clearing karma that has to do with like this, you know, this lifetime. And it could be coming from another lifetime, but it has to do with this lifetime. The choices that were made. I don't feel like you guys are making really bad choices at this time. I just feel like there was karma that was attached to your family and you're like clearing it. You could be saying, it ends with me. No more of this stupid genetic curse shit. Oh, come on. Okay. So it also says Kundalini activation, and I couldn't really tell you what that is because I don't know if I've experienced it or not. Have I experienced it? Yeah, I've experienced it, but I don't know what it was doing. So I'm going to read what it says, though. It says, your primal power has been lying dormant at the base of your spine. This hidden potential is waking up so it can help you expand your creative expression. A Kundalini awakening typically happens upon initial physical contact with your twin flame, but it can be achieved through spiritual practices such as regular meditation. This energetic upgrade will activate the meridians housed within your body, which may generate energetic surges that can be felt throughout your body. These can cause involuntary movements as these channels open up and release restricted energies. Conscious movement practices such as yoga can also improve your energetic flow, releasing blocks that have prevented the connection to your soul's purpose. Whoa. The objective of this energy work is to help release your karmic past so you don't fight or fear this course of action. It is designed to help you elevate your inner vibration and align you with higher wisdom. Your higher soul is already for this level of inner healing. This accelerates your ability to tap into your higher consciousness, integrate celestial energy, and manifest your spiritual gifts. Woo! That's dope. So that's what's having a rebirth right now. And position 8 is being one with the self. So let's look at that. And in the home and reunion, that's what's being rebirthed. Okay, so okay, we need one card. Thank you. One with the self. 7 of Swords, hiding, avoiding, lying, trickery, deception, and cunning. Interesting. 10-10, divine creativity. Y'all, just be aware that there is somebody that is wanting to disrupt your oneness. They're wearing a mask. And they're a liar. Okay, they don't want you having this oneness because it's going to create divine creativity, which means that they can't copy you or whatever. Oh, God bless Denver. God bless wherever you guys are from. So yeah. Oh my God. Divine creativity, cosmic intelligence. These people are stupid. Whoever this false twin flame is, they think that you're stupid, and I think that they're stupid. So there. I'm serious. Like, these people can't keep their mask up permanently. You just have to understand that. Come on. Divine creativity could be you expressing yourself through writing, through dancing, singing. Okay, so it says that your higher soul holds the template of your unique blueprint. You were encoded with cosmic intelligence to discover who you really are and what you came here to do. All that you need to do is stay connected to joy in order to attract the support that you need from the universe. If you're feeling uneasy about the direction of your life and purpose, this card suggests that you stop resisting your thoughts, feelings, and ideas. It's time to say yes to your journey. Absolutely. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. Please and thank you. If you could hype the video, I would greatly appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Please and thank you. So yeah, it's time to say yes to your journey and divine creativity as you funnel your energetic flow towards your intentions that grant you the joyful presence of your divinity. Your soul will not rest until you surrender and align your soul with your original blueprint. You are the masterpiece and the co-creator of your own reality. If you activate this inner divine intelligence and release resistance, it will reveal exactly what you came here to do. And there's nobody that can trick you out of your spot. Just know that. So step 9 is harmonize. The Tower. That sudden changes, things come crumbling down, chaos and destruction. The Tower and the Electric. Interesting. So towers are not always a negative thing. I mean, it does just talk about like really drastic change, but they're not always negative. So harmonizing the tower, if you're experiencing one, sometimes towers need to occur so that change can happen. So you can look at it through the lens of unconditional love and not be judgmental towards it. Sometimes when people are in the tower, it's because they abuse their power, but I don't get that that's the situation. I'm getting that you just stayed in a situation that wasn't for your highest and best good for too long. So the universe created a tower in some type of way. 5-5, the Electric. I was looking for the wrong number. And all that is causing you to move in a new direction. So it says your creative forces are being activated by your femininity and are ready for expression. This provides empathy and compassion for yourself and for others. When the Electric card appears, it's an indication that you're aligning with your inner feminine capacity to embody love, joy, and peace, which enhances your creativity. Letting go of logic helps you to shift into your heart so that you can tap into your creative flow. This ignites your primal power, the real and raw parts of who you are. Making a conscious connection with your intuition enhances your ability to trust your journey. Alignment with the magical mysteries in the universe allows creativity to flow with ease and grace. This card suggests that you focus on unlocking your hidden feminine qualities. Tapping into your emotions and following your feelings helps you integrate with deeper parts of yourself. As you open up to receiving love, it welcomes support from others, including your divine counterpart, who will energetically amplify in your capability to access your own ancient wisdom. So that was harmonize. Interesting. And the tower does have to do with electricity. Look at the lightning bolt coming down. So that was very significant to me. Now, position 10 is enter your vortex. Okay, if you listen to the channel Esther Hicks, she is an awesome channel. I would go ahead and write that down, ESTERHICKS. You know, there is, she has many talks that she does. They're like seminar type things. And people go to them because it's life-changing and they get to ask their personal questions. She channels a group consciousness called Abraham, which talks about getting in the vortex, which is like getting into your creation, because you put all of this stuff that you want in the vortex and you just need to get into the vortex and pull the stuff out of it. And so anyways, check it out, you guys. Esther Hicks Abraham. She talks about positive thoughts and how to redirect stuff. So the 3 of Swords, why did that come out? Enter your vortex, heartbreak and pain, separation and grief, sorrow and trauma, and Merkaba light activation. Maybe your Merkaba is activating right now. I feel like if somebody was trying to betray you, they're going to be very sorry for doing that. Yeah. Maybe like you need to heal a betrayal wound, you guys. That's what I'm getting also. The Merkaba activation. What number is that? 3-3. Interesting. The Merkaba is an energetic field that when your masculine and feminine energies are integrated with each other, the Merkaba activates. It's a light vehicle. In the higher dimensions, you can move with your Merkaba light vehicle, or through it, I should say. This is so annoying how they coded this book. They should have really, whatever. They should have like literally done it differently, but that's okay. I didn't create it. Still got good stuff in it. Yeah, it says 3-3. Come on. I'm just impatient. I think I would have coded it differently. Okay. The Merkaba light vehicle activation. Ground, shield, and protect. That's what it helps you do. Your spiritual light body is housed within a sacred geometrical shape called the Merkaba star. It is your soul contract, which is encoded with divine love and programmed to wake you up to your true self. As you remove energetic interference and raise your vibration, it prompts your energetic field to emit signals that are distinct to your unique soul frequency, creating a direct line of spiritual communication between you and the higher realms. The six-pointed star acts as your soul's vehicle that transports your higher consciousness and enables you to ascend into higher spiritual dimensions. It contains your emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical being in every timeline, space, dimension, and reality. It also shields and protects you while anchoring your energy to the earth. This card suggests that you program your ascension vehicle with specific intentions. My intention is for my highest and best good for ascension. This will help transmutate lower frequency energies that have blocked you from achieving your greater good, which will raise your energetic frequency, activating and elevating your electromagnetic field, which generates your higher good and brings your heart's desires into form. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, and then so that's entering into your vortex, is entering into your Merkaba light vehicle. And then I want to program my Merkaba light vehicle with all of the great things for my highest and best good that's in my vortex. And I want to attach the two and integrate them with one another. And I also want to involve integrating my higher self with my Merkaba light vehicle, Merkaba light vehicle, Merkaba or Merkaba. I don't know. People say it differently. So the last position for this tarot card spread, and it's an ascension spread for love, this is dope, is step 11, mission accomplished. So we're going to see Ace of Wands, creativity, passion, new initiative, inspiration. So yes, you have not wasted your time on a project. This is mission accomplished, and I like it. Beyond illusion. Moving beyond illusion with your passion, your creative projects. That's beautiful. What is it? 6-6, beyond illusion. So it says, move beyond your limitations and view your journey through the lens of your heart. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs send signals to the universe in relation to the frequency of your emotional state. Through changing your perception, you can bypass challenging situations. This accelerates your ascension because everything starts to match your higher frequency. Shifting your focus beyond the illusion of perceived obstacles releases unnecessary struggles, making it easier to let go of old stories. Yes, with the mind technique, with the truth of God. Okay, that's what helps you do. Past programming or belief systems that belong to others. When you face fears with a positive perception, it attracts your greater good, which is helping you to create a new reality in this higher state of being. I love it. This card serves as a reminder that when you are in alignment with your infinite potential, it brings balance into the infinite thoughts that you have pulled out of neutrality with your source energy. As your soul expands and your perspective elevates, it creates an opportunity for you to discover more about yourself. Yay! I love that, you guys. I seriously love that. Wow. That was freaking awesome. I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of success when it comes to a new project, a new business idea, a new relationship, when it comes to releasing a false person. Like, seriously. Oh my gosh. There could be nothing sweeter than like getting rid of somebody that was keeping you down. I feel like if there was somebody oppressing you or trying to oppress you, they're having a very difficult time keeping you from going through an ascension. With that Kundalini energy being there and all that, yeah, like good fucking luck with that. Good luck with this person attempting to do that, because it's not going to work. I also feel like you guys are extremely... Oops, dang it. I feel like you guys are extremely blessed. Divinely blessed, extremely blessed. Come here, decks. I just knocked a whole bunch of decks over, so I'm going to grab them really quick. 1... 2-3. Okay, what was it that fell? It was Kali, Shadows and Spirits, and the Spirit Oracle. All right. So I think I'm going to pull some angel number cards to give you guys some more confirmation before we go. Please like the video, guys. If you could like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. I forgot to put this part with the other deck. Oops. Yeah, like the video, you guys. Tap the notification bell. Make sure you're subscribed. Okay, we're trying to work to get to 1,000 subscribers. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, I can start taking $20 super chats and answering your guys' personal questions. Okay, so when you see these angel numbers, you are going to know that you're in alignment, for one, because you're receiving the angel number. 2, you are going to invest in being aware of what you're thinking about at that time, what you're seeing, what you're seeing around you, where you are, who you're with, what you're focusing on, what you're daydreaming about, and you're going to take that information and then apply it to the interpretation of the angel number. So let's see. And when you see these angel numbers, this is, you know, the matrix communicates with us through letters, through numbers, through sacred geometry, many different ways. But when you can pick up on the repeating number sequences and then understand what that's trying to tell you, that's going to help you learn things about yourself and about your situation, and it's going to guide you. And that's what the angel numbers are for. I do not believe that that a number or a letter in itself could be inherently evil. I don't think that. And I know what they say about 666, but I think that's a mistranslation or whatever it is. It's not what people think it is. I also get that you've already built something that's very stable. It's going to take a lot of effort for somebody to try to break that down. And I don't think they're going to be able to do that. I also get that, like, you guys are entering into a new stage of your life where you're upping your standards and you're not just going to settle for like this old type of person that you thought you wanted because they were not for your highest and best good. And that's why this false flame is coming forward, because it's coming in to trick you so that you don't invest in the person you're meant to. Which you're going to invest into the person that you're meant to, because that's what you're meant to do. But you don't have to go down this alternative path where you're going to take 10 times longer to get to the person that you would actually be for your highest and best good. Does that make sense? Yes, absolutely. Learning in progress. Let it comes in. Yeah, absolutely. 0707, compromise. Self-awareness, forgiveness, professionalism, empathy, tenacity, and freedom. Let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges. Express your emotions and aim towards a compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. The truth will set you free. I love that. And 0707 is a mirroring number. So, you know, you may be like thinking about, oh, should I compromise? Maybe you should compromise, at least with your higher self, and start moving towards living a life that pleases you and the divine by you being happy and choosing thoughts that are in alignment with love, joy, and peace, and being calm and not allowing everything to overly stimulate you is what I should say. 2424, having good times. Another mirroring number. Interesting. Says leisure, rest, holiday, pleasure, love, affection, kindness, and happiness. You are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. If you tell your family and your friends how you feel, that you'll find that they are on the same page and you can work together effectively. Many people are rooting for you. If you spread love, it'll find its way back to you multiplied. That is very true. Just treat others how you would want to be treated, and you're going to start putting that positive energy forward, and that will help you greatly. 1111, wish come true. Moderation, patience, flowing, self-realization, manifestation, gateway, and taking action. You're in for a lucky break. It may come as some happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It's not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. Yes, I love that. Welcome everybody coming into the chat. If you guys could like the video, I would greatly appreciate that. Please and thank you. 6666, great blessings. Yes, wish come true and great blessings. Wow. That says a lot right there. Self-love, boundaries, needs, good vibes, wisdom, understanding, and letting go. Nurture yourself, your needs, your desires, and your boundaries. Let go of the things that are weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. That big love, opportunity, or job needs to fit in somewhere. Interesting. 111, intuition, but use your intuition. Your blessing, your wish come true, and your blessing is part of your intuition. So it says moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, and unconditional love. It's time to implement long-cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust in the process. Absolutely, you guys. Trust in the process. 3333, social skills. It says hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, and enthusiasm. The problems that you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life since your luck may be about to change. It's time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. 1122, another, well, actually, it's a mirroring number just in a different way. But yeah. And that's about a great shift. Personal growth, spiritual development, and manifesting goals. Oneness, connection, and completion. First, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. Then expand your horizons and permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in favor of your intentions. 101. I love it. Starting over. Yes, it is a starting over. Intelligence, dynamics, making a difference, failures, personal or spiritual development. Happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failures is key. Happiness is real, possible, okay, and around. Understand this process and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things and then the big ones. Fails are fun. Start fresh. 0330, lucky shirt, you guys. I love that card. Pay attention to what you're wearing when you see this number. It says love, peace, hope, and optimism, transferring responsibility to others, progress, and creativity. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people that you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. 2323, endless cycles. So it says charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances, and patterns. There's some truth that you're resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. 100%. 1011, take action. So it says hope, new beginning, fresh start, lifestyle, purpose, spiritual awakening. This is a call to action to move forward. The sooner that you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you're set out to do. Those with patience will eventually reap the rewards of their perseverance. So remember, you guys, if you have personal questions, you can send me, and I would do it at the beginning of the reading. You can send me a $20 Cash App or $20 PayPal on this platform. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, then you can send me a $20 super chat with your question. I'll pause the collective reading and I'll use another deck of cards to answer your question. Okay? Just to let you guys know. And thank you guys for your donations, your support, your love, your kindness, your likes, your shares, your subscribes, you telling other people about this platform. It helps get these messages out to the people that need to hear it. So we had 1011, take action, 2323, endless cycles, 0330, lucky shirt, 101, starting over. And I would stop looking at starting over as a negative. Starting over is a blessing. Especially being free of whatever this false flame. You know what I mean? 1122, great shift. Oops, that way. 3333, social skills. 111, intuition. 6666, great blessings. 1111, wish come true. 2424, good times. And 0707, compromise. So if you do have to compromise with a relationship or a situation or your higher self, it's healthier to just go ahead and do that than to try to be something that you're not, or try to live life in an inauthentic way. And I feel like you guys are being blessed because you're stepping into your authentic power. Okay. So thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you. I love you. I love you. Please like the video, you guys. It helps the platform so much. Tap the notification bell. Make sure you're subscribed. Okay. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Once we get there, you guys can send me $20 super chats with your question, and I will pause the collective reading, and I'll set the timer for 20 minutes and I will answer your question. Okay. So just to let you know that that's available. Okay. Now I have 2 books that are in the description box below. The links to them are in the description box below. And so the first one we're going to talk about is The Truth of God by Michael Steadman. And it's an advanced intuitive living workbook. And this has many techniques that are going to help your spiritual journey. Okay. And help you to understand your higher self. But the main ones are, well, I would say the ones I use all the time. When people are like, how do you do what you do? The techniques in this book is how I do what I do. So I've always been psychic, but I felt in my lifetime trapped in the psychic realm, having experiences that I couldn't control as a child, and I was terrified of them. And so literally this knowledge, I wish I would have had it sooner, but the fact that I have it now, it's life-changing. So the first technique I'm going to talk about is the God technique, which raises you out of the vibration of your ego into the vibration of God, your higher self. So you mean looking out through the lens of your higher self, not looking up at God, looking out through God's eyes. And it gives you the ability to see things as they actually are through a lens of love, unconditional joy, unconditional love, compassion, peace, okay, and understanding and acceptance and all of the good aspects. And so that really helps. When I first started doing that, yeah, it develops your spiritual connection. When I first started doing the technique, the jump, like in consciousness, was like, woo, it's like an elevator. Now, the more that I do it, the less that elevator, it's like the less gap in consciousness there is. And so that helps you rise above whatever situation's going on. All right. And that's what other people have also used this book in, and it's worked for them as well. And you don't have to be psychic or intuitive to use this book. So the joy versus anger technique is the second book that I'm going to talk about, or second technique in this book I'm going to talk about. And it gives you the ability to ask yes and no questions with your higher self, aka God, so you have an open communication all of the time. And it says, oh, I want to read this one part. It says, the art of creation. I know that I've written about creation and acting as if whatever you are desiring is already here and you're enjoying it now. But I have a method that I have the most success with. Once you get to the point of knowing that feeling of peace and focus with love and joy that you get right after you remind yourself that you are God and can pull that feeling up at will, you can imagine something you would like to see in your reality and then evoke that feeling so that it becomes part of your image, of that image. It is the strongest creation moment that I have found. Dang, that's so powerful. That is so powerful. So the joy versus anger technique gives you the ability to ask yes and no questions. When I was not able to ask yes and no questions, I was not being as divinely led. And so with asking yes and no questions, now I avoid situations that would have been not good for me, and I keep myself safe. And it's more because it works with clairsentience, which is the ability that everybody has, which is clear feeling, like a gut feeling. You know, you can ask yes and no questions and get an immediate answer back, not have to wait for a prayer or whatever. And so the joy versus anger technique works with that clairsentience, and it's, you know, it's the best technique when it comes to asking yes and no questions and being divinely led. Okay. Now, the only time that I run into problems is if I didn't ask a question or I asked the wrong question and I go do something. So also the 1 to 10 method is the one I talk about, where 1 is the lowest compatible, 10 is the most compatible. And then looking at things on a scale that way also is very helpful. So yeah, where the joy versus anger was the most important and useful intuitive application in this book, the mind technique is of the same importance level, but designed to clear the negative and mental and emotional baggage beliefs that we are dragging around, which are influencing the reality that we are creating. So this is like the cheat code to creating your reality, waking up from the matrix, developing a spiritual, real organic connection with your higher self, God, all of that stuff. check that book out. The link to it is in the description box below. So the second book I'm going to talk about is the one that I've written. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells, and it has different tarot card spreads for the major arcana cards. Starting off, and this book is going to help you learn to read cards for yourself and for other people. And it helps you go beyond self-doubt and limiting beliefs so that you can read accurately cards for other people. So it works with the major arcana cards, which are like the Lovers, the Hermit, the Temperance, the Emperor, the Empress, the Tower. And so it has, for everything that you'll see on the major arcana cards, there is a card position, okay, for that. And so it starts out with a 14 zodiac tarot card spread that you pull 2 cards for each position. And the first card that you pull is a South Node card, where you start out with your ego. The second card that you pull is the North Node card, which is your destiny, which is where you'll end up. And that helps you, and the spell that goes along with it helps you to integrate the energies of the zodiac so that you can be more balanced when it comes to your zodiac, and so that you can step into your own destiny. Okay. And then, so I'm going to read from one of the other tarot card spreads. Let's see. Yeah, the Magician's tarot card spell is for manifesting the magic. I'm going to read from the Mystery Temple of the High Priestess. The High Priestess is number 2. Answer is yes. Zodiac is Cancer and Taurus. The High Priestess holds both inner peace and strength. The High Priestess is the card that tells you that in the upcoming days you will be preoccupied, psychic, intuitive, and spiritually driven prophetess. High Priestess does not overreact. She remains calm and sure of the outcome. She is a beautiful, mysterious, yet unattainable woman of power. Position 1, the Lunar Crown of Alchemy. Above the head of the High Priestess is the Lunar Crown of Alchemy. The card pulled for this position will give you, insight into the unconscious mind, the power of the lunar cycles, night side magic, psychic intuition, prophetic messages, and dreams. You will gain insight into how aligned you are with the lunar energies, magics, enchantments, and lunar spellwork, and with different cycles of the moon. In the card for this position, if you were to pull the Moon Tarot card, that would be a very big double confirmation. Also, if the card that you pull for this position is a yes card, then you can rest assured that you are in alignment with the lunar cycle of the moon. I'm going to read position 3, the High Priestess. This card position shows you how adept you are to a spiritual practice in the workings of magic. What level of mastery and divine education have you recently achieved? Damn. If you have an upgrade or level up coming, the card that you could pull for this position could show you a spectacular ascent. This card will give clues to your divine feminine nature and higher self. How in tune are you with your inner goddess? When do you allow yourself to be the feminine energy in your life? And when do you allow yourself to be the masculine? If there is any inner guidance or divine power that is going to be passed down through your spiritual generation, that may come through the card that you pull for this position. If you pull the High Priestess card for this position, you will know that it is a double confirmation for you. Also, if the card that you pull is a yes answer card, then you can also know that you are compatible and integrated with your divine femininity. I'm going to read position 8. It says the Will of Being. This card position can show you personal truths and find a way to move forward. This card position can show you the favor that you have from the Most High God in this lifetime. How in alignment are you with your inner being will come through the card that you pull for this position. Inner enlightenment and the different phases of spiritual awakening can be revealed in the card for this position. If you pull the Hermit Tarot card or a yes answer card for this position, you will know that's a double confirmation that you're in tune with your inner being. The High Priestess Tarot card spells for personal enlightenment. The Emperor Tarot card spell is to obtain powers. And it's a little ritual you do. Like for the Emperor, you draw a picture of yourself as you are the Emperor sitting in a throne. And I've decoded what the different colors that you could use for drawing yourself could be, or painting, however you want to do it. Red is power, divine masculinity. Blue is clearing, cleansing, protective energies. Yellow is inspirational energy, divine motivation. Orange is relationships with self and others. Green is healing, prosperity, and growth. And purple is regal energy. The Hierophant tarot card spread and spell is to manifest lack into nothingness. So you're getting rid of lack mindset. The Lovers is to draw in love into your life. The Chariot is to remove obstacles. The Wheel of Fortune is to obtain good fortune. The Hangman is to sacrifice things that are no longer serving you. The Death is to bring about appropriate endings and things that you do not want to continue. The Temperance is to manifest with Archangel Michael. It teaches you how to make holy water. The Devil is to overcome any addictions or the lower self, the lower ego. And so in the back of the book, there is a compendium of knowledge of what it can mean when the different major arcana cards come out next to each other in a reading. So I'm going to read from the High Priestess. It says the High Priestess Tarot card is a spiritual practitioner card. The High Priestess is a self-initiatory and public initiation process. The High Priestess Tarot card indicates a spiritual seeker. If you pull the High Priestess Tarot card in the reverse, you can rest assured that you are dealing with the dark practitioner of spirituality. If you pull the High Priestess Tarot card in the reverse and then you pull the Devil Tarot card, it indicates that the Dark High Priestess serves or worships the demonic. When you pull the High Priestess and then pull the Moon Tarot card, it could indicate that someone is working with the moon to spiritually possess you. If you pull the High Priestess and then pull the Hierophant Tarot card, it could indicate that the High Priestess has a teacher, coach, or mentor who is a Hierophant. If the High Priestess Tarot card comes out with the Strength Tarot card, it indicates that the High Priestess is extremely powerful. If you pull the High Priestess and the Death Tarot card, it could indicate that someone is working with the High Priestess to keep you stuck or stagnant in your life. If you pull the High Priestess and then pull the Four of Pentacles, it could imply that a High Priestess knows about the gifts that you are going to receive from God, and the High Priestess is going to abuse their power to intercede on those gifts that come from the divine. If you pull the High Priestess in the reverse and then the Sun Tarot card, it could indicate that you have been duped and that the High Priestess that you are working with is a fake or fraud. And it just keeps going on and on and on, you guys, but you get the gist. Check this book out. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. All you need to start learning to read cards for yourself and for others is the original Rider-Waite deck, Riderwaite, okay, which is this deck. I would go ahead and get the one that has the words on the cards. So Riderwaite. I would get the cards that have the descriptions on them. It makes it so much easier to read, you guys, and then it just helps you understand what you're reading. Also, I would watch all of the readings on both of my platforms. I have another platform called ASTRAEA Love, ASTRAEA LOVE. On that platform, I do have over 1,000 subscribers, so I can accept $20 super chats. But if you guys could like the video, share this content, encourage other people to like, subscribe and all of that good stuff, it would really help. We're working towards getting to 1,000 subscribers on this platform, and then I can accept $20 super chats, and you guys can send me your questions and I will answer them for you. Okay, so that's what we're working towards. That's our goal. Thank you guys for spending your time with me. I love you. I love you. I love you. You guys have a wonderful evening. And peace be with you. God bless you guys. Okay, I'll see you in the next reading. Remember, the links to these 2 books are in the description box below, and they are very life-changing. This one changed my life, and I wish that I had this book available to me when I was learning to read cards at the very beginning. Okay? All right, you guys. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you. Peace be with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Please like the video, share the video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed. We're working towards getting 1,000 subscribers. Okay, I love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.